circle the block with. Hey, young world. Happy Saturday. So your girl just finished getting her hair done. My hair braided. I decided to go with like single-ease twist this time. As my hair continued to grow out and do its own thing. I'm gonna try this because, you know, when I was getting my hair done or braided the first time, I was going with more of the bohemian with the loose hair and all that good stuff. And though I liked it, I really liked it, but I just felt like so many people, everybody named Mama was wearing that style. So I felt like that since the single-ease twist were kind of like going out, just a little bit, I wear. Because I don't like walking around looking like everybody and their mama. I really don't. I really just like walking around looking like me and not everyone and their mama. But you guys know that typically when I go get my hair braided or put up, it's because I'm about to get on the road. I'm about to do something. Within the next week or so. I'm not going far. I just plan on, you know, taking my bike out and meeting up with some folks over the next week. And I just didn't want to have to really be bothered with making sure my hair was twisted and up and all that intense stuff. You know what I mean? So I went ahead and got my hair put up this morning. It took about 3 hours, $120 later. So I always give her like $10, $20 tip because she don't be trying to upcharge people when she do our hair and stuff, and she does a really good job of it. So love her and appreciate her for doing it. But today, this weekend, what I got going on, y'all, besides trying to finish straightening up my house? I just can't stand the yuck around it. So y'all know I'm gonna always be trying to touch up something. I'm always be trying to touch up something. Woo. Always. Let me get this done. So what's been going on with you? What's been going on with me? So, besides getting ready to get on this bike over the next week and do some riding up to one of the neighboring cities, maybe, I want to say it's about 3.5 to 4 hours out, and I may be able to get some content. I may not. I don't know what the possibilities are, because like I always say, I'm mindful of the people that I'm around when I try to do content and everything. So I'm not going to disrespect, you know, the folks that I'm around in the event. There's some things I can and cannot post. I hate just having my camera all up in people's faces. I try not to do that. So, changing the subject. Child, it seems like every day, every time I cut on my TV, there's something about some relationship going bad and homicide, suicide type stuff going on. And it really messes with my spirit when I see those things, because I don't I don't understand. I don't get it. It don't truly register in my mind why people, men or women, feel like they need to control the narrative of someone else's life. I just don't get that. I just don't understand it. I feel like if someone chooses, and I talked about it last week. I talked about it last week. I feel like if someone chooses to move on, you should let them move on. But what is driving people to want to commit murder? Because someone doesn't want to be with you. Not only wanting to commit murder, but when you know that you're about to be arrested and you see the cops are surrounding you and all this kind of stuff, you decide to kill yourself because you know what is about to happen. You know what the next step is going to be. It's not necessarily guilt. I don't think it's that, oh my God, it dawned on me I did something wrong out of anger and I don't want to have to deal with the consequences of it. I feel like that's actually what people be thinking when they do shit like that. And it's frustrating to me only because I'm just not one of those people who feel like it's necessary to try to control someone else. Y'all know that I've been talking about it. I'm about to eat me some jackfruit. Just the fruit itself. I'm not gonna cook it or anything like that. I'm gonna take it out of this saran wrap, put it in a bowl, sit on my couch and get my eat on. That's exactly what I'm about to do. So let me pull you guys a little bit closer so y'all can see what's going on. Y'all can see what the deal is. So this here, at my nearest grocery store, they don't tend to sell the entire jackfruit. At least I have never seen it where they just sell the entire jackfruit. The ones that I see, they typically have them cut already in sections, and they sell them that way. So this morning, before I went to go get my hair done, child, I decided to get up and get to the grocery store at 6 a.m. to see if they had some jackfruit. And the reason why is because I love them. So this is actually the part of the jackfruit that you eat, the yellow ripe part. These little stringy things you don't eat. You disperse of those things. Go ahead and get rid of that. As well as the seed. I don't eat that. So I think when most people, or many people, when they get jackfruit and they cook with it, they get the jackfruit out the can and cook with. Last time I got jackfruit, well, a time before when I got jackfruit, I actually got the fruit like it is here and cooked it on the stove, and it was pretty good. But I've learned that I really just like eating it raw. It's really good. benefits, heart health, gut health. It is one of the fruits with a significant amount of protein in it, which is very interesting to me. And since I'm not a meat eater, and since most Black or people of color suffer from vitamin B efficiency, I tend to love me some jackfruit, and I tend to buy fruit that has a good percentage of protein as part of the fruit. I do. So anyway, I'm sitting here talking to you guys about these murder-suicide things. I remember when I first started my vlog. So I've had my vlog. This is a year and a half since I've been vlogging. Have I been on YouTube longer? Yes. But since I've actually started picking up a camera and vlogging, it's just been a year and a half. And I remember when I started vlogging, because, you know, me loving YouTube and all, I would watch a lot of YouTube, a whole lot of YouTube. Just looking at people share their lives and all this good stuff, which I thought was very bold and pretty amazing. And then like the other day, I'm watching YouTube and I'm just flicking through it, because what I try not to do right now is go on any other person's channel that does whatever over 50. I just don't do it. I don't look at their vlogs, because I feel like there's a pandemic of women who have jumped on that bandwagon. Even if they have been vlogging for a while, they've probably been vlogging but never really had the mention their age. But when I started my channel, I 100% felt comfortable with mentioning my age. So there's a pandemic where everybody is mentioning their age, but that's neither here nor there. So anyway, I just choose not to go on anyone else's channel that has that title associated with it, because I think it's important for me to present my own authentic self and information versus anyone else's, as people so often do. But I was watching YouTube, and before I started vlogging, there was a lady that I would watch that was in her 40s, mid 40s, she may have been in her 50s. I don't know what her age was, but you could tell that she was a mature woman. And on her vlogs, she used to share, or her husband at the time would be in her vlogs with her occasionally. And it saddened me to find out that she's no longer doing her vlogs, because she was assumingly murdered by her husband, and he committed suicide after. And it's just sad, because there's a lot of social media whether it's YouTube, whether it's TikTok, whether it's Facebook. It's just sad and annoying that there's so many stories popping up about men or women, because it's not always the man who's committing the murder. You know, when it comes to YouTube algorithm, once you look at one story, the algorithm says play more stories that are similar. So of course, I've seen a number of stories over the past week where this type of incident has happened. It's just sad. It's really sad because it makes absolutely no sense to me. But as a woman of color, it definitely shows to me, because the majority of the stories that I have seen associated with murder-suicide has been people of color. And it saddens me because it shows the magnitude of mental health disorder, if any, in our culture. The magnitude. I was looking at statistics, and statistics state that 30 to 35 murder-suicides incidents happen. I want to say they said weekly. I want to say they said weekly. They could have said monthly, but regardless of if it's weekly or monthly, that is still a substantial lot of incidents that are going on. And I guess I wanted to kind of bring this up and talk about this because it is imperative that we as a culture or as human beings stop and think of what's important in life, just in general, because a relationship, being in a relationship with someone, to the point where you feel like you would have to take their life and yours too, is insane. It makes me think that people are overtly enabled to be happy alone. Like they're incapable of being alone with themselves or being alone without the person. Like I just child, in my mind, I just can't think of a reason why I would want to take the life of anyone that has chosen to walk out of mine. And the reason why I brought up the couple on YouTube is because before I started my YouTube channel, actually picking up a camera and vlogging myself, I used to watch this lady. So when I saw the news on YouTube about the incident, which happened like, I want to say, but March, April, May, sometime in that time frame, sometime in Q2 of this year. The incident happened sometime in Q2 of this year. It just shocked the shit out of me because I recognized her because I would watch her. And it was super sad to me because if you honestly take the time, y'all I gotta see if this is sweet. And yeah, it's so good. If you honestly take the time and get to know the person that you're interested in, being in a relationship with them, and if you do end up in a relationship with them, people tend to grow away from each other, and I mentioned that last week. But if you pay close attention to the individual that you're with, you can see when the shoe is about to drop. You know what I'm saying? Even if you're the person whose shoe is dropping. What do I mean by shoe is about to drop? I mean that someone has made a decision that I ain't happy no more. Type shit. You can notice those things. And people who realistically care more about themselves when it comes to relationship, they're able to recognize those signs and cordially move themselves out of that relationship. In my mind, it's the ones who can't recognize those signs or who want to avoid the signs or who want to keep accepting the bullshit while the signs are there, or who want to play on the next person's top. That's when situations like that happen, in my opinion. And I say that because many of you that's been around for a long time know that I know my story. Y'all know my history. Y'all know that I've been in some crazy shit. But I was mindful enough to love myself and mindful enough to know that I need to make a decision. And the decision was what do I value more? Do I value my life here more on this earth? Yeah, I'm sorry if I'm smacking in y'all ear, but I'm hungry. Or do I not value myself? And when you don't even value yourself or life, it's very, very, extremely easy for you to take someone else's. Extremely. Or mess up someone else's. You don't necessarily have to take their life, but if you don't value your life, you'll enter into somebody else's life and create chaos. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. Watching all of those, and I I'm sitting here like I watched a whole hell of a lot of them, but I will tell you, over a week span, I saw 5. And they all happened during the second quarter of this year. All the incidents happened second quarter of this year. So, we need to be a little bit more mindful of who we choose to bring off into our life, or who we choose to circle the block with, or just in general. Because it would hurt my spirit, my soul, my heart, if anybody I knew personally ended up in a situation like that. And I'm talking to, I'm saying this specifically to the ladies. This is what I'm about to say right now. I'm saying this specifically to the women. So, I hope some of you hear me. I think that there are women in the world that can't accept who they are as women. In other words, you can't accept who you are as a woman because you're unhappy with you. And because you're unhappy with you, you're willing to accept anything from a man. Anything. And that's not no fun to nobody. Or certainly, you shouldn't be a doormat to anybody. I'm not a man, so I can't necessarily speak for men. And I ain't trying to speak for all women either. But because I am a woman, I know how women think. Many of them. And I know how women act. Many of them. But I also know there's men out there that are doormats too. Nah. So, I don't know. I just want to hop on real quick. Show y'all how to do a jackfruit. Finish cleaning my kitchen. Show y'all my new hair. I know I look like, I don't know. I'm extremely tired. I can tell you that much. I'm exhausted. I feel like I need to hydrate. So, this is a short video. And I'm definitely not as hype as I was last week. But I am feeling myself enough to say, life is too short. And if you're not happy in the situation you're in, and you feel like the situation you're in is not safe, so leaving it is impossible, always know that there is help out there. Most people who have been to therapy know that when you start a therapy session, the first thing they say is that if you are in any harm, hurt, or danger, let me know and I can get the appropriate authorities involved. So if anything, if you're afraid to go anywhere else, consult a therapist, because the initial session is typically free. Typically. Or less expensive than the other. And try to get yourself out of the situation that you're in. That's what I want to share for today. Not commercial. Next week, I'm be in them streets. Plan to be in them streets. I'm gonna have a 4-day weekend. I really hope that I enjoy myself. And I'll see you guys soon.